Hi there. Years ago, Mel Gibson was in a movie franchise called Mad Max. It was a trilogy. The director of that movie, George Miller, took several decades off and he's back at it again with the next Mad Max. Now, I say he took decades off. He took decades off from Mad Max, but this is the same guy behind Happy Feet. If you've got kids, you've probably heard of Happy Feet, and I was somewhat surprised that the same guy who did Mad Max also did Happy Feet. I actually thought that George Miller, the director, was related to Frank Miller, the guy behind Sin City, but no relation. Let's move on. Mad Max this time, instead of being played by Mel Gibson, is being played by Tom Hardy, which is a bit of a disappointment. Tom Hardy's a fantastic actor, and we've seen that in a lot of his different performances. Movies like Warrior, he was pretty much unrecognizable as Bane in The Dark Knight Rises, but he's a pretty solid actor. But in this movie, I think he just pretty much, grunts it all in. The main star of this movie for myself was Charlize Theron. Charlize Theron was absolutely fantastic in this movie, and normally when you see her, she's gracing the red carpet, but here she played a complete badass chick who was kicking ass and taking names, and all doing it with a prosthetic arm at the same time. Now, the movie was extremely action-packed, and there was a lot going on, but the plot of it was pretty unclear. It was, without giving a lot away, trying to get from point A to point B without being killed by the guys who were chasing you. There's a lot of outlandish characters, there's a lot of villains, there's gruesome violence in it, so it's definitely not for the Happy Feet crowd. There's no Tina Turner singing "We Don't Need Another Hero," but there is some beautiful cinematography. The way that this movie was shot was beautiful. I actually looked up, and the cinematographer, a gentleman by the name of John Seale, has been nominated 4 times for an Oscar, winning once. I know cinematography probably isn't the number one thing that's going to drive you to this movie, but so let's get back to the action piece. Again, an enjoyable movie, probably not the best movie that you're going to see this summer, but if you want something that's just people just getting blown up and killed and you don't really have to understand what's going on and you just turn your brain off, then Mad Max is probably the movie for you. Coming out of the movie, yes, I can talk. Coming out of the movie, I was thinking C+, but then I stopped and thought about everything that the director, George Miller, pulled together in terms of props, sets, just how it's so visually stunning, and again, taking my hat off to the cinematographer. I'm going to give this movie a B-. I don't necessarily think that you need to run out and see it right away, but if you do see it, I don't think you're going to be terribly disappointed. It's one of the few movies that I've seen in a long time that actually should be seen in 3D, because the 3D in this movie didn't disappoint. I don't necessarily think it holds up to the original series, but for 2015, it wasn't a terrible movie. If you get a chance to see Mad Max Fury Road, I'd be interested in to hear what you think about it. As always, you can reach out to me on Twitter at CFL_fan, Facebook.com/WittyWhittier, and WittyWhittier.com. Until next time, I'll see you at the movies.